You know what this is? It's not a movement, it's the only thing moving, huh? Dig that? Okay, oh yes, the war is coming. The gap keep growing with the wealthy and the slumming. So I use my mental riches for digits to keep them running till my chips come around. Yeah, like a Funyun, bite down, get a taste of that Midwest flavor. While I'm at it, let Mr. Rogers just shout out to my neighbors. I ain't mention the journal when I say wake up, get paid.
Yo. Okay, I think the audio's working now. Audience, can y'all hear me? Because I mean, we was having major technical issues earlier. I don't know what was going on. But hit me in the chat if y'all can hear me. If y'all can hear me in the chat, hit me in the chat. Hit me.
He was over there playing that Drake fire. That's what happened.
Hilarious. He was over there playing that Drake fire. That's what happened. Oh, that's what happened.
Hey,
playing the Drake
don't hate.
fire.
Don't hate.
I ain't hating that shit. Bro, that shit mid. He responded.
Bro, he was getting.
Listen, I'm never mad at nobody going back and forth about no response, but this shit is mid, bro. And we gonna be honest with you, bro. I mean, if we gonna be honest about the fact, it's mid, and I'm just keeping it in the book.
Fans, they do not like Drake. They're not Drake fans, so
bro,
that's why you're getting all the
what we're not gonna do
animosity.
What we're not gonna do is spread false narratives. I'm a music fan. I like Drake. Like I said, I don't hold him in the same regard that everybody else do, but I like Drake. I just had a whole podcast where I discussed my like for Drake. So we're not gonna spread false narratives. But,
yeah, I'm the one that does not care for Drake.
Yeah, so that's fair. We can just say that. But
at all.
I'm throwing them in there with you.
Okay. But anyway, I got my good brother. Oh, hold on a second. I can't even introduce the pod. I'm sorry, y'all. These technical difficulties got me throwed off. I got the little chain on today too. I might have to put on both of them. But anyway, I'm your illustrious host Jerome Williams. This is another episode of Unlabeled the podcast. I got my good brother Kendall Washington in the building and my good brother Montre Brown in the building. How y'all feeling this week, fellas?
Phenomenal.
Go Brewers.
Go Brewers.
10-3.
What about them Bucks, man?
10-3. Oh no, the Bucks still doing good too. But it's baseball season. You know me, bro. I personally, no offense to the Bucks and the Bucks organization, but once baseball season starts, I personally just do not care about the Bucks until the playoff starts.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
That's hate. That's hate.
No, it's not. I mean, I'm just really a baseball fan. So like, I mean, it's just starting. So like, it's games every day, at least 15 games. You know, it feels like. Yeah. So like, it's just you just get engulfed in that. It ain't nothing against basketball though.
Man, I wish I can lock in.
Baseball's still my favorite sport.
Yeah, I wish I can.
Basketball.
I wish I can lock in like you do during the baseball season, bro. I'm telling you, ever since I left Milwaukee and the Brewers Stadium was literally right up the street from the crib, so I used to go to a lot of them Brewers games. Ever since I left the mill, bro, I ain't locked in like that. And Austin don't got no baseball teams. I have to go to Houston or something.
Well, you know, Atlanta is a big baseball team too, so you know what I'm saying. So me, like, one, I do go to the games, not necessarily the Braves to go see the Braves play, but like when other players that I want to see, you know, come into town. Also, when the Brewers come play. So, and plus, like I said, it's a big baseball town, so it's got that culture here. Mm-hmm. So, like for me, it's easier to like shit. I was at Bigelow's, you know, and that's a bar in the hood. A couple weeks last week, and they had the Braves game on, and it was what was on that weekend? I think it was. I don't think March Madness was still going on, but it was like matter of fact, the Hawks was playing around the same time. And they had the Braves game over the Hawks. So it's just a different, you know. So, like, I think in that atmosphere, that's kind of why I'm also still kind of engaged.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But Trey,
I was going to tell Rome, really, like, what can help you get back engaged is Prize Picks. Hey, I've absolutely been hitting Kendall. Hey, I need to know if these pitchers going.
I mean, because really with baseball,
they gonna hit these strikes.
Baseball is like a real numbers game. So, like, you know, especially if y'all like bets. I mean, yeah. I mean, you really getting baseball that way.
I'm mad he just threw Prize Picks.
I absolutely been locked in.
Hey, Trey, listen. If Prize Picks ain't cutting us a check, bro, don't be shouting them out on this podcast. It's other podcasts for that, bro. Don't be shouting them out.
Hey, I'm just trying to help you. Hey, man,
listen,
it's fun.
I'm just trying to get you back into baseball.
No, he trying to get me addicted. He trying to get me addicted to gambling. No, we not having that. Like, we not doing that at all. But listen, appreciate the audio check too, Rocha. I see you in there, man. Shout out to my good brother Rocha. on Facebook in the messages. I just can't respond back here on the messages because it's a multi-stream. My bad, but appreciate that for the audio check. But man, listen, I guess we'll start with what I'm pretty sure most people are here for. For the hip hop, man. Like, let me ask y'all. So I know Trey, you ain't heard it, but now that I got the audio back working, I'm gonna go ahead and play it. I'm gonna let it play in its entirety, and y'all be the judge. Brand new Drizzy.
Hey, I could never be nobody #1 fan. Your first #1, I had to put it in your hand. You pussies can't get booked outside America for nan. I'm out in Tokyo because I'm big in Japan. I'm the hit maker y'all depend on. Backstage in my city, it was friend zone. You won't never take no chain off of us. How the fuck you big stepping with a size 7 man zone? This the part with the bite, nigga, what's up? I know my picture on the wall when y'all cook up. Extortion, baby, whole career you been shook up. Cause top told you drop it, give me 50 like some push-ups. Hood, your last one brick, you really not on shit. They make excuses for you cause they hate to see me lit. Pull your contract cause we gotta see the split. The way you doing splits, bitch, your pants might rip. You better do that motherfucking show inside the bitty. Maroon 5 need a verse, you better make it witty. Then we need a verse for the Swifties. Top say drop, you better drop and give them 50. Pip squeak, pipe down, you ain't in no big three. SZA got you wiped down, Travis got you wiped down, Savage got you wiped down. Like your label, boy, you in a scope right now. And you gon' feel the aftermath of what I write down. I'm at the top of the mountain, so you tight now. Just to have this talk with your ass, I had to hike down. Big difference between Mike then and Mike now. What the fuck is this, a 20v1, nigga? What's a prince to a king? He a son, nigga. Get more love in the city that you from, nigga. Metro, shut your whole ass up and make some drums, nigga. Yeah, I'm the 6th guy, I'm the front runner. Y'all nigga manager was Charles' little blunt runner. Claim a 6 and you boys ain't even come from it. And when you boys got rich, you had to run from it. Cash flowing, able bread out here tricking. Shit we do for bitches, he doing for niggas. Jets, whips, chains, wicked, wicked, wicked. Spinning like you tryna fuck, boy, you trippin', boy, you trippin'. Drizzy Chippendale, probably got your bitch Chanel. I just got them done, boy, don't make me at the Chippendale. Rolling loud stage, I would turn, that was slick as hell. Shit'll probably change if it BM start to kiss and tell. Hugs and kisses, man, don't tell me about no switches. I be rocking every fucking chain I own next visit, ayy. I be with some bodyguards like Whitney. Top say, drop your little midget ass, better fucking, ayy. Better drop and give me 50, ayy. Drop and give me 50, drop and give me 50, ayy. Niggas really got me out here talking like I'm 50. Niggas really got me out here rapping what I'm living. I might take your latest girl and cuff her like I'm Ricky. Can't believe he jumping in, this nigga turning 50. Every song that made it on the chart he got from Drizzy. Spend that little check, you gotta stay up out my business. Nigga, shout out to the hooper that be busting out the gritty. We know why you mad, nigga, I ain't even tripping. All that little heartbroken Twitter shit for bitches. This for all the top dogs, drop and give me 50, drop, drop. In that fucking song, y'all got to not start the beef with us. This shit been brewing in a pot, now I'm heating up. I don't care what Cole think, that dot shit was weak as fuck. Champagne tripping, he is not fucking easing up. Nigga calling top to see if top want a piece of up. Top want a piece of up, top want a piece of up. Nah, pussy, now you on your own when you speaking up. You done roll deep to this, you not fucking deep enough. Begging Casa not, boy, you not fucking beating us. Numbers wise, I'm out of here, you not fucking creeping up. Money wise, I'm out of here, you not fucking sneaking up. Cornball your show money, merch money, feed us. I'ma let you niggas work it out because I seen enough. This ain't even everything I know, don't wake the demon up. This ain't even everything I know, don't wake the demon up. Drop and give me 50, all you fuck niggas teaming up.
React. What do y'all think, fam? What do y'all think?
He went crazy. What are you talking about?
That's dick eating right there. Dick eating at his finest.
No,
Yeah,
it's not. He touched everybody, bro. Like he went at Rick in there. He even threw a shot at J. Cole in there. The Weeknd, like he really was going, fam. Like I don't understand what you don't like about it, Jerome. I'm
about to break it down as soon as I finish getting y'all reaction. Go ahead, Kendall.
Yeah, like pretty much what I was saying earlier. I think it was, again, a good response, like I said, because I don't really know the whole reason for everybody going at him or whatever all at once or whatever. I think that's kind of lame just on the surface. But again, I don't I definitely didn't dive into it, nor will I. But I do like the response, like the pip squeak. Okay, I guess that's funny because he is little.
Right.
Talking about him being little, dropping "Give Me 50" because of the whole he got the 50% situation with his manager or something like that. I think that's kind of what that was alluding to.
Yeah.
That's kind of I think that was okay. You know what I'm saying? You only hide. I didn't really care for the "you only hide" basically because they hating on me. Like, nah, that's not why. Like, he has better albums than you. The SZA got you wiped down. I did like that part. That was funny, she's a woman. But then he kept saying 21 and all. Like, no, if he's talking about 21 Savage, absolutely incorrect. What's a prince to a king? Stop. Like, never. You definitely that nigga, Drake. You know what I'm saying? There's no denying any of that. But again, Kendrick is on a different level than a lot of rappers, not just the new niggas of today. We talking about overall. But this ain't everything. I still got more to drop. I'm looking forward to that. I'm hoping more is just more so on dissing versus like the personal stuff. Cause it's just kind of like with the Pusha T thing. Like, yeah, I get it. We got to expose a nigga for the baby, having a baby mama with the whatever that woman was. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just personal business to me. That's just not my favorite thing. But it's all in fairness. You know what I'm saying? Everything is possible. So I can't hate on it. And all you fuck niggas teaming up, I definitely agree with that. Like, I don't understand why everybody is. But again, I'm fine with Kendrick doing it, like jumping on somebody's shit. I think that was Future's song. And you want to just so happen to say, I'm that nigga. Yeah, I have no problem. And you want to diss a few along the way. He has the clout to be able to do that because of what he's been able to. He's produced great music pretty much his entire career. So he's at liberty to do that because he's one of those dudes. So that's kind of how I took from it. And Drake, I like that he responded. But again, I just thought it was a good response. I didn't think it was like, oh shit, he's smashing the game with it. But I definitely like it. And I'm hoping that Kendrick responds whenever he does, hopefully soon. And then Drake responds again. Like, I'm looking forward to this back and forth. I'm always about this type of shit. So.
Yeah.
And Kendall, no, it ain't. I'm not saying it's like one of the best disses I've ever heard.
I'm not saying you say that. I'm just saying in general because I'm talking about like the way that it is online and the way that it's coming about, like where they acting like, come on now, it ain't ether, nigga. But it's a good spot. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's a good spot.
And I was making fun of Rome, but there's a lot of people who didn't think he was going to respond. You know what I mean? So I'm just excited that he responded, and he really was, and he wasn't scared to respond to everybody. Like, he didn't give a damn. And I think that's where most of the excitement comes when you listening to it. Like, he didn't give a fuck. And I really love that, especially for hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Last time we came here 12 days ago when we did our last live stream, I said I felt like Drizzy wasn't gonna respond because historically he ain't really came at no killers. He didn't. This is the umpteenth time Kendrick done dissed him. You know what I'm saying? He never responded back in prior years. So now he's finally said something, and this is what you chose to respond with. For me, for a person that's been attacking you consistently over the years, this is light work because you should have dropped a bomb. Like, no, I don't know if Drake is distracted right now. And I'm about to get into my real issues with these lyrics because Drake is way too good of an MC for this. So number one, Drake is talking about dropping "Give Me 50," talking about the TDE splits. Number one, Kendrick ain't even signed the TDE no more. He dropped his Mr. Morale on the Big Step was the last record on TDE. So it doesn't even matter what his splits was. Like, all that money is going to spend, and Kendrick is still up. So it don't really even matter. That's number one. Number two, he was saying you Interscope like your label. He not even signed to Interscope no more. PG Lang is under I think it's under Universal now. Universal Music Publishing Group. So like Drake, you too talented for this, fam. Like, I don't know if he distracted, if the tours got in the way or whatever. But
I think they probably were older lyrics.
Yeah,
he didn't want to get rid of them motherfuckers. He wanted to keep that shit in the chamber. But I'm gonna still use. I agree with you though. Yeah. I agree with you. I don't. But I still, again, hey man, if he say it, he say it. Like, I'm still fine for it.
The best bars who gave him there was 50 and Metro Boomin. I'm with that all day long. But for Kendrick, somebody who's been consistently attacking you over the years, Drake is way too gifted of an MC to come with this lazy ass bullshit. And that's why I'm angry because like, no, you dropped the hammer on him, fam. You give him what you gave me. You come on that beat fire. Don't get me wrong. I like that better than the leak that dropped. The The production sound crisp. He flowing on it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not taking none of that away. But the lyrics and the content and the lyrics is where I'm like, nah, this ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Especially because Kendrick has tapped him up. Like, too many times, like the BET Cypher, the Baby King feature, even like that. Like said, like that was light. I mean, he's attacked him way harder.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So even though
I think like that is more surface level. So everybody just hits them right off the top. So like they go straight to the online and they start talking about it. Before I think Drake probably wouldn't even responded to this if it wouldn't have got the traction that it got now. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't like. I'm not saying he's afraid. I just think that he chooses. It's like Floyd Mayweather. Later in his career, he kind of chose who he wanted to fight, even though he could still probably beat the nigga that whoever he wanted to avoid. But it's just, hey man, I can make more money, more bang for my buck responding to this. And I think the song with Future, the whole, everybody listens to Future for the most part, just on a regular mainstream basis. So like that's probably what it mostly was, but I agree with you though. Like it's just regular bars. That's kind of why I said it was not groundbreaking, but I like the fact he responded. I don't know if we're gonna get into the Rick Ross situation, but even Rick Ross, like I appreciate it. He came out with he came as fast as the Amazon warehouse in about 15 minutes from my crib. Bro, I ordered some shit one time, bro. That shit came within 2 hours, bro. I was like, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like. That's how fast Rick Ross, and even I thought that was kind of mid too, but it was still a minute long. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not expecting this nigga to go crazy.
No, you didn't.
He still has some.
My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off, Kendall. I didn't send the full version yesterday.
Got you. But okay, so if it's a longer version, that's different. But I only heard like a minute, some 40 or whatever, and it was still good. But again, I didn't like damn, like the way people was making it. It was kind of like, all right, come on, let's slow down. But Rick Ross again. He has the cushion to come out whatever the hell he want to come out with, because again he stood the test of time with 50 Cent and G Unit, all that shit that was going on at that time. He held his own, because I feel like Lloyd Banks assassinated everything, but again Lloyd Banks was not at that type. Again, I'm going down the line, but I'm just saying he has the cushion to be able to go for a minute and then that's it. And then if he want to respond again, he can. Because Rick Ross, he's developed that type of spot in the game. I say that. So
yeah. I do appreciate Drake's attempt, you know what I'm saying, at this record. Like I said, it's not horrible. Like the way he rapping, it's not bad. It's just the content. Like it's not even true. And then number one, like you trying to clown Kendrick about his splits, and we know that Cash Money Young Money has the worst splits in the world. Like what are you even talking about?
And you got my man from Rap A Lot.
Jay Prince.
Jay Prince. So and I agree with that's kind of why I was just like, come on, bro. Y'all kind of in the same. Yeah, he's really out of that spot now, Kendrick. But it's like y'all kind of in the same situation, I'm and
considering it the same, because like I said, what Pusha T say on Exodus? You signed to another nigga that signed to another nigga, and that's fucked up. He broke it down even then when he was dissing them. So that's my whole thing. It's just and
he still ain't responded then.
Right, and he still ain't. It's just lazy writing, fam. Like it really is. I'm a real hip hop fan, fam. This is lazy. Like especially for Drake. Don't get me wrong, man. I don't want y'all to think that I'm hating on Drake. He's immensely talented. He's a top tier MC. That's the only reason why we even discussing him right now. When he wants to rap, he's a top tier MC. Now all that other singing and all that, whatever. But like I said, when he wants to rap, he's a top tier MC, and this is lazy. So that's the side of the fence I'm on. And like I said, like Kendrick, you got to try.
I don't want to use the word MC, but
no, Kendall, he definitely can rap.
He an MC, bro.
He can go. He absolutely.
No, he can rap. No, you're right.
Like I said, listen, y'all.
He got some shit. But Rom, I'm actually going to agree with you with some. It seemed in the diss track though, he got off with the other disses, and we really was here for the Kendrick diss. You get what I'm saying? Like his verses were better with the disses. The Rick Ross lines were dope. Shit, he got on J. Cole last. You know what I'm saying? Like Metro Boomin, that was kind of funny where he just kind of slapped him to the side, like you ain't need nobody for me to be dissing.
I'm not
But like,
gonna. I hate to interrupt you. I'm not gonna hold
good.
you. I love those. I love funny lines in hip hop beat. Like when Nas called Jay-Z a Tybo ho, and then Jay-Z said he was the rap version of TD Jakes. I love those.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is the way he did it was like, hey, I ain't even really got to mess with you like that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you way beneath me. Yeah. So like he was getting off during the course of the diss track, but the Kendrick, that really won. You know what I mean? Like he had a couple lines that was but he was definitely lazy with the Kendrick dissing.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
And that's what I'm angry at, especially the amount of this is. If like I said,
right.
When Jay-Z and Nas really got into it, fam, it was no whole bar. Even when Mason and Jigga got into it, it was like these bars, it was a level, like, you know what I'm saying? And like, and Drake still ain't showed up yet. It's almost like the J. Cole shit. Like, even though the tone when he talking to Kendrick on the song, it's not believable. Like, it's no conviction in his voice. You gotta come at this man's neck, fam. Like, I don't know who's prepped this man for war. Like, even Lil Wayne attempts at battling has been better than this. Like, you know what I'm saying? So man, that's
well, I think he's had better bad, disses for other people. You know what I'm saying? Like how he kind of came at Common or whatever. that was great.
That was great.
And Meek Mill to an extent. But I think Drake again. Like I don't really think he really wants to go too much at it with Kendrick because I think he knows. Everybody knows. I mean, Kendrick. Right. It's just a different type of lyricist, bro. So like, and you know this, I mean, we love his music. So I just think that this was the perfect time for, if anything, to your point, like if you was going to come out with a song, you should have came like Tupac did with Hit 'Em Up, where he was just going at everyone. And again, I know some people will come at Tupac's lyricism to an extent, but no one can disregard Hit 'Em Up. Mm-hmm. Like it was direct. It was at specific people and it was at multiple people. It just wasn't necessarily just one person. So I think that's how, like to your point, come with some level of conviction, saying that, especially since it was multiple people, I think that would have been the perfect opportunity for Drake to come that way. I'm not saying do Hit 'Em Up too and loop the damn beat and, try to knock it that way. But I'm just talking about a similar level of veracity, just not necessarily the same type of flow, of course. But that's what I think it was. I think it was more apropos for that over anything else if he was going to respond. Mm-hmm. But and to my point, that's why I just kind of think it was okay. It was good, but it could have been better, nigga. Especially for the amount of people that's coming at you, or especially your target audience, which is Kendrick.
Yeah, and to tell you the truth, the reason this is another reason why I think I said it on the last episode. But what I will say is the reason I didn't think he was going to really like go in on Kendrick and get dirty, kind of like on some. What was the Pusha T diss? What was that joint? What's the name of it?
Story added on.
Yeah, added down or whatever it is. The reason I think he went as deep as he could have is because Drake we got to understand, Drake is a cash cow. He don't own his own music. His catalog belongs to I believe UMG as well. If not, don't quote me on that. But if he got that dirty, it's gonna sully his brand. And I don't think the people that he's in bed with, so to speak, business wise, once they see him get that down and dirty, I think it will really, really mess up Drake's brand. So I think that's why this was also light as well. You know what I mean? I don't think Drake can go as deep and dirty as Pusha T or Kendrick. You know what I mean? From a brand perspective. So, but do y'all give any credence? Because I've seen a lot of TDE artists kind of side with Drake. Do y'all give any credence to that? Because Daylight tweeted out that you should have used the version that I sent you. Reason has been like, Reason said something in favor of Drake as well, and these are both TDE artists. So I want to know, do y'all give any credence to that, or how do y'all feel when y'all saw that?
Any credence to what? About just them saying something about being pro Drake?
Yeah, being pro Drake. Like, what's that about?
Well, no, I mean, it's just, I could see it as label problems. You probably feeling some kind of way towards Kendrick, you know what I'm saying, or didn't like the way he was operating with certain things, or maybe you just didn't like the fact that he was getting the fuck up out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's what I think it is.
So I mean, so then of course it's easier to be pro Drake. You know what I'm saying? And say, oh yeah, Drake, he in the right. You know what I'm saying? But again, I don't know the intricacies. I don't know the insides of the music game and all of that. So I don't try to pretend like I know a lot of that. But I think that's more so what it is going to be over anything else. Because again, at the end of the day, I'm just trying to hear some bars, bro. Yeah. What y'all got going on with the music shit, that's all cool. If you fuck the niggas baby mama, all that whatever. That's all game. But I'm just really trying to stick to the music and stick to what's going on when we in reference to dissing only. You know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure that's why they pro Drake right now. It's just because they probably mad about some bullshit.
How do you?
I agree.
I know I did a whole episode about this, but how do y'all feel about people basically saying that this this is perpetuating violence? Like, do y'all think that any of this stuff is going to lead to violence?
No, I don't think it perpetuates violence. I just think if you let it get out of hand with the people that you cool with and they not really associated with the music game and they just getting mad because they having barbershop conversation and getting pissed off. Now they want to, do something. As long as you keep it within certain parameters, I think it'll be fine. I don't think that Drake or Kendrick or J. Cole are really like those types of niggas anyway. So, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think they should just keep it where it's at, keep it within the music realm. I think J. Cole kind of opened that door when he said, like, when he kind of was kind of taking it back about he don't want, nothing to go wrong and things like that. I think that's kind of where people are probably using that. I'm not saying he was saying that, but I'm just saying people could probably use that as springboard. Like, we don't want no violence to happen, and that type of shit. But I don't think it's to that point.
Yeah, I don't think it is either. I think we way past that point.
It's just music to me.
I think at this level, at the superstar level, I think we way past that point in hip hop. Like I said, that's just my opinion on it. Like, if this was some drill rappers, then I would probably be concerned. But yeah, I think at this level, like, these dudes is mega millionaires, and I think a lot of it just has to stand in the realm of the art form. So I think we way past.
But the drill is more so associated with actual violence,
right.
Though. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they ain't really talking about loading the clip and airing out the nigga house. You know what I'm saying? Like, J. Cole, I think, used a little bit of a reference. And I think Drake kind of said something about some niggas or something about the six. Like, okay, bro, let's just get back to the music. But I don't think it's gonna stop.
Yeah. I think this might be the since you brought up Rick Ross earlier, I think this might be the fastest diss record response in the history of life.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's what I'm saying, man. Rick Ross was on point. Like,
yeah, I'm about to play it right now. Here we go. What is wrong with Rick Ross, dog? Trey, I saw you over there laughing the whole time, dog. You was making me laugh. I was trying to keep a straight face. Hey, dog, listen, Rick Ross, he don't even need to give no bars. He should just do that for the next song.
And that's kind of where I thought it was corny, though. Like, can we get the bars, bro? Again, like now he's white.
Right.
Like, now.
Yeah,
like you done did 10 hits with him. Mm-hmm. Most of your main hits are with Drake on them. Like,
I mean, but Drake was
like now he's white. Like, yeah, I'm getting high as your shit declines.
But Drake touched on that in that diss though. He even when he threw the shot at J. Cole and Rick though. Like, fam, like most of y'all saw J. Cole's first top 100 Billboard was this first person.
No doubt. And again, I'm not discrediting Ross.
And no, absolutely. No, I'm just saying that's why I did because I saw the breakdowns of what he was talking about. You know what I'm saying? So he was really throwing real shots of shit that really is. You can go look it up. Like, you know what I mean? So, but Rick Ross though, he's such a good rapper though. Like, I was just listening to him, dog. That flow so good. Like, he just really can rap.
He can really rap. That was. It sounded like typical Rick Ross. The beat with the violin, some luxury shit.
Yeah,
But like I say, Kendall pointed, it's kind of corny to clap back at that. But it is.
Right. And then you mentioned the surgery, like, bro, you look like you got surgery as well, sir. You were 500,000 pounds. Like, I'm not gonna believe that you just lost all this weight. Like, it's just. That's kind of where it just kind of lost me. Like, it's just and then when he did the white boy thing, and it's like, huh? Like, he's white now? Like, the nigga's been white. Mm-hmm. If we're going by this whole now we got a problem with Drake. That's kind of where it kind of lost me. But again, I still think that the response was good. Like from that Rick Ross did, because again, he only had this shit was 2 minutes, really. I mean, maybe a minute 40. If it sounded like if you chop up the whole little hook, the little hook he do in the freestyle or whatever that the diss you want to call it. But so again, I'm still all for it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying I don't want to hear it. It's just kind of toward the end, like just put that some bars, bro. Put that in some bars for me. But I'm still off. I'm still ready for round 2 and 3 and 4 and 5.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, like I said, it was light. It was hysterical though. Like,
no, for sure. I guess maybe because I was so into the whole situation he had with G Unit and 50 and Eminem, and it's very similar type of shit. Like he'll shit on 50 or whatever, call him a monkey, and then he'll be like, Eminem, white boy, blah blah blah. You white, shut your ass. It was just like the low hanging fruit to me. You know what I'm saying? It was just like nigga, and Rick Ross is very nice on the mic. Mm-hmm. So it's like, bro, you can get them niggas any kind of way you want, really. Mm-hmm. You know but again, I'm all for the bullshit, so I'm still fine with it.
Yeah, definitely low hanging fruit. I totally agree with you. Like I said, also another MC, but I mean, for a quick response, he responded within 3 hours.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. He got cushion.
Yeah.
I ain't expecting this to be crazy. He responded. That's the best part about the whole thing. Mm-hmm. He didn't wait 5 days. He responded. Yeah. And it was still nice. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference.
Yeah.
Right.
Niggas that respond and it's trash.
Yeah, because Drake, it was almost 2 weeks before we got a response from Drake. And like I said, and to me, everything else was fire, but the Kendrick stuff just wasn't true or accurate. And like I said, on the level of an MC that I respected. You know what I'm saying? So, but for him to respond to 3 hours with that, still, like I said, hysterical.
Yeah. And I actually heard the song that he got with him in French Montana. That wasn't bad, you know what I'm saying? Especially from French Montana's perspective, because I'm definitely not a fan of his rap as far as his songs are concerned. But I do know him as a diss rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like I know that's how he kind of came on the scene. And when he's in that bag, he sounded just fine. You know what I'm saying? But of course, he ruined it because he started fucking singing. But the song, check it out, bro. I'm gonna send it to y'all. But
I saw it being tweeted.
Hey, Drake has some very good R&B songs.
No, I'm talking about French Montana.
Yeah, he's talking about French.
No, I'm
French
saying
got some hit. Hey, that's my favorite worst rapper.
No, what I'm talking about is the shit that Rick Ross was talking about at the end. We're talking about, hey nigga, you a different type of white boy now, but you trying to send French of cease and desist. He's talking about that song that they did together, and that's what I'm saying. French dissing him on that song, him and Rick Ross. You know what I'm saying? And and French actually it's okay. And then again, as the song continues, he starts fucking singing. I said, "No, please," and I turned it off right after. Well, actually, I just fast forward and I went to Rick Ross verse after that.
Hey, what's crazy is I really like Chris Montana, and I know he's bad,
and I know
he bad. Hey, he's not a good rapper like that, but you know what I'm saying. I enjoy some of his work though. I'm being real with you. Absolutely do. Yeah.
He can make some hits. I mean, he got the song with what's the dude from Ray Shrimmer? That song is fire.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not a fan of French Montana. You know what I'm saying? But no, he got some songs. But I'm just saying if I remember correctly, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but he was like he early in his career, he did a lot of diss. He was like a diss rapper type nigga, like or battle rapper. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like that's where I remember him from. Like I could be wrong, but like I remember early in his career, he did a lot of battling. You know what I'm saying? So he sounded just in his perfect comfort in that shit. But it just once, then the song went south, and then I was like, okay, let me get the Rick Ross verse. But yeah, I'm gonna send that to y'all. Y'all gotta check that shit out.
Right. Yeah, I know one person I don't ever want to hear a diss track from again, and that's Chris Brown. He can hang that up. He can hang that up. I love Chris Brown. Chris Brown. Typically, you can do no wrong, but I never want to hear you rap ever again. Don't ever diss nobody.
Was that bad?
Yeah, it was bad, bro. It was terrible. It was god awful.
Hey, but he just can't rap, bro. Like
but that's because Chris Brown can fight for real, though. So he just want to fight.
Right. He wants somebody to come at him.
And he went at Quavo, I guess over a woman, typical stuff. Quavo responded. I still ain't heard the response yet. I'm gonna listen to it after this show. I ain't went searching for it either because, like I said, Chris Brown, that was whack. But yeah,
well, no one's talking about it, so that's probably why.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because I'm telling you.
How do y'all feel about like a rapper responding to like somebody that's R&B?
But you know what? I think at this point he should respond because Chris Brown has been very disrespectful to Quavo for a very long time. Like even in the tournaments, bro. Like he'd be like, "Hey, Quavo, bring your bitch ass out here." Like he just, and it's like y'all supposed to be winning a championship, bro. Like this is a post game conference. Like why are you coming at Quavo like that, bro?
Quavo done heard about them hands, so
he been doing that shit since 2021, bro.
That's hysterical. I did not know that.
He been like just firing off at that nigga since like 2021, bro. Like whenever they do the basketball tournaments, bro, he just always be like, "Hey, Quavo, bring your bitch ass to the like." I'm telling you, bro, he crazy.
Wow, for no reason.
For no, it be live, bro. Like this is a tournament.
That's wild.
Hey, let Quavo be a celebrity in peace, man. Leave him alone.
Chris Brown ready to beat them niggas up, dog.
For no reason, dog. Like, hey,
too much coke, bro. He losing his brand. He losing his brand, dog. That's that coke.
Allegedly.
You know when the nigga get older, bro, you just stop caring, dog. Like Chris Brown, grown ass man now, dog.
You gotta say allegedly, Kendall, dog. Oh my God, that's hysterical.
Man, stop. But you're right, allegedly. We don't get sued.
Yeah, exactly. We know what it is. You see them cheekbones.
Come on, bro.
You only get them you only get them type of cheekbones from one activity.
Come on, bro. That and dancing. And he do both.
Oh my God. Hey, listen, man. Y'all ready to switch gears from hip hop, man? I think we got out of the way. I think I'm ready to switch gears, man. Because we like I said, we gonna get back to the typical stuff, man. But the mess and the tea right now is just too much. So, yeah, it's been too much. Trey, you got anything else to add on the hip hop tip before we get out of here, bro?
The tea. I'm good. Kendall done. I'm done.
He ruined it for me too. Though. I done laughed it out of my system.
Leave Chris Brown alone.
Leave him alone. Like I said, he could typically
he can do no wrong. Yeah.
But Kendall,
he can do wrong. That's why you need to leave his ass alone.
Yeah, with that rapping.
Yeah, but Kendall,
ain't he like a 4th degree black belt or something?
Kendall, someone want to talk to you about, man, because it's been on my mind for a couple weeks. I've been having these arguments. I don't need to call arguments. I say debate with people, because me and you, we like to fashion ourselves as historians, people with a well, or not even just with the title historians, but we got a wealth of knowledge about history. And let me get your opinion on this. Why do you think history or just a knowledge of history is important? And then I'll go after you. But I know I'm kind of blindsiding you with this, so I'll give you a chance to kind of get your thoughts together. But I want just kind of break it down for the listeners why you think history is important.
Well, I mean, yeah, like I said, just as far as why history is important, I think it's more so to deal with not so much of trying to remember everything all at once, but more so recalling different centuries, and by centuries is every 100 years, to understand how humans react or how they move in certain aspects, so that we don't repeat it. You know what I'm saying? So different stages of war, irrigation, how we feed each other, civil ways that we treat each other. All those things are wrapped up from the past because we had to deal with each other back then too. And I think that the more you understand history, to the point where it doesn't have to be so far back. It could be most recent things within your last 100 years. But I'm just talking about the more you understand history, the more that you can kind of compartmentalize real life better in the terms of, matter of fact, a great reason that I'll say this, because I was actually just reading an article about that dealt with adults believing that humanity is living in the times. And it said in the United States, 39% of adults say they believe that we live in the times, and 58% think otherwise. But the majority of it's coming from like more of a Christian background. And it said like Black and evangelical Protestants, I think they're like 60 and 70% higher versus like other sets. And basically, there's also a situation where they talk about how people who have college degrees are more likely than college graduates to believe, people without college degrees are more likely than college graduates to believe that humanity is approaching end. So like it's people that are uneducated that have more of a tendency to think that things are ending quicker because of their lower income ratio, where they live, things like that. So, but I think if you look at history and if you look at how things have gone on all throughout the times, like think about when our moms and our dads were around. Think about when they had to deal with possibly the shit that was going on with Cuba during JFK, and they was doing drills to get under your desk in case of a bomb threat, in case of it. They would probably think, man, damn, end of the world gonna be coming sometime soon. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's why I think looking at history it's easier to do that than to just think, oh shit, man, it's over for us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, put yourself behind some educated level of information instead of just thinking that everything is just bad or everything is this because of the way this is. And that's what history helps you understand. No, there's a reason why things happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the importance of history to me.
Yeah, and to me, man, I know a lot of people just look at history as a bunch of facts and dates. History is a lot more than facts and dates, and I know it's a phrase that goes around and say history. If you don't know the past, you you don't know the future. I don't really agree with that. But what I will tell you is that that the past informs your present. It informs you on everything that's going on right now and the reason why things have happened from a political standpoint, from a racial standpoint. Like if you look at anything throughout history, whether it's Black Lives Matters, nationalism, whatever the case may be, all this stuff is a result of something that happened in the past. So that's why it's important to have a firm grasp on history. Also, if you know your history, somebody can't come up to you and tell you that what you believe is wrong, because if you understand the history of it, you'll have the receipts. You know what I mean? So those are just a couple of things I just want y'all to understand about history, and the reason why we touch on it on this podcast, and the reason why we talk about different political events and like I said, things that's going on in the past that is informing the right now. So I just want y'all to understand that. So because when we touch on different topics on the show, it's a reason why we're doing it, and it's not and it's up to y'all to kind of critically think and tie these things together. You know what I mean? Because we can sit up here and we can preach to y'all all day long, but we'll be on this podcast for 5 hours trying to educate y'all on things that are affecting the right now. You know what I mean? Things from the past. So it's up to y'all to critically think and kind of put these things together. Like I said, we give y'all the roadmap, but it's up to y'all to kind of do some of the research as well. So that's why I want to touch on that, because I know a lot of people don't think history is important. But like I said, it's part of everything. And like I said, you don't have to know every bit of history, but like when somebody brings up something, you got to understand where it started at and how we got here. Because a lot of people in the past did things for whatever reason they did it, whether it was racially charged, to hurt somebody, or just because they was pieces of shit. You know what I'm saying? But history, like I said, history give you the receipts and kind of help you understand what's going on right now. So that's my little diatribe. I'll step off my soapbox. But Kendall, you did want to talk about Gen Zers right now and how they're becoming a tool belt generation. Can you kind of break that down for our listeners?
Yeah, for sure. All right. So basically, I came across a an article that was talking about Gen Z and basically how they're moving in another direction in reference to the job market. So there are basically skilled trades are the newly appealing, set for American workers within the younger cohorts. Many of them are choosing to like leave over a college path, which I think is still like I said, there's always a different way of doing something. And basically due to the rising pay and new technologies in the fields of like from welding to like machine tooling, and this gives younger people another option. And so as a result, more young folks are opting to these trades. They call it the tool belt generation, as Jerome talked about, which in turn may fill the void for the shortage of skilled workers that we have currently in the U.S. right now. So some of the reasons for this switch that's kind of growing is basically the Gen Z skepticism on college education. The cost, which is like soared in the recent decades. Everybody knows how expensive it is also adding to their reasoning for it. Not to mention, seeing people with college degrees, right? Who they, might have parents or, families, that might be a little bit older than them who are having a hard time to find jobs associated with their skill set, even though they have a degree. So and that could be anywhere from automation to AI to just because new forms of technology that are, maybe offsetting jobs in a different direction. You're starting to see employers drop their college requirements from job requisitions as well, because there's such a skills mismatch right now in the country. So you have even employers that are just kind of getting rid of the college requirement. And then there was a recent study by Burnglass Institute where they found that among college students, half of them are working jobs where degrees aren't even needed. So Gen Z is essentially starting to ask themselves, is it really worth it? There is some vocational training that has gone up as well. Last year, trade-focused community colleges have seen a 16% increase in student admissions. This is the most since they've been keeping track since 2018. The most sought after programs, though, are like construction and vehicle maintenance, including HVAC repair and installation. We all know actually a couple friends that, recently gotten some certifications in that as well, as far as from an HVAC perspective. Right. These increases have shown a significant trend, highlighting the growing interest in those roles, as well as, from them being overlooked in the past. College is also being viewed. The college viewpoint has changed as well. I think it used to be, if you didn't go to college, you were settling for less, or you're lazy, things like that. But I think that is also starting to change because of the reason of, like I said, the expenses, and also just technology. Showing that not just because you go get a college degree doesn't necessarily guarantee success or a job or whatever, because of how hard the job market is in certain aspects. I also think because there's so much tech-related spaces in regards to how they operate their daily lives, so from iPhones, Androids, tablets, wearable tech, from the watches to the damn heart monitors, the glasses. There's so much dependency on technology now that I think the new generation is almost saying like they're worn out from all this shit and they want to kind of get back to doing something with their hands, so I think there's a level of that too. But the key takeaway from here is there's more, like I said, there's more than one way of being successful. And having a trade, or, be it from a work perspective, entrepreneurial, or just a skill set in the proverbial tool belt is always just a plus. You know what I'm saying? If you know how to work on your car, you're going to save so much money in the long run anyway. So even if you don't work on cars and you do something differently in your regular profession, you still have that trade that you could pass along to people that, that are near and dear to you and things of that nature. My granddad, he had 7 daughters, but all of them knew how to work on cars in some capacity. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't really matter. You know what I'm saying? But it's just those things that you can pass on to your families and your friends or just, people that are close to you. It's just a great skill set to have. So at the end of the day, these jobs are also keeping the world running. So, that's just the importance of these of those types of jobs as well.
Yeah, it just seems like the trades have just become more valuable. Trades they definitely become more valuable than like sending your child to like college and paying for a 4-year degree. And I mean, if you don't have a scholarship or just even have a large income, you can't pay for that. Your child just gonna come out of college on 6 figures in debt. Like, that's insane. Yeah. Like, how do you start life with that type of debt? You know what I mean?
I always look at trades as a good thing as well, just for the fact that you can get started after a brief apprenticeship or some kind of certification. It don't take long to get you certified, unlike college. And it's kind of dope that's coming back full circle. But it also just made me think about Kevin Samuels and the dating pool, because women gonna have to start looking at blue collar work is a lot different.
But you know what's crazy though is that it's like almost like a manipulation of the mind, because these people, electricians, like welders, they make very decent money. Right. They make more money than a person coming out of a 4-year college. I'm telling you, depending on what their degree is in. But no, they make a lot more money. Starting off, if you're gonna go sit in somebody's cubicle with a business degree and they paying you $19 an hour, you know what I mean? Right. But salary. So
like you said, the optics, like you said, the optics of it. Most women prefer a man that gets up every morning and put on a suit versus somebody who's going to throw on some jeans and a tool belt. You know what I mean? So it's less sexy to be a tradesman or whatever like that. But hey, listen, women, the times is changing, and as we just broke down for y'all, so y'all gonna definitely have to get with it. Y'all gonna have to get with it. Y'all gonna have to get y'all
absolutely.
Yeah. Trey. As a business owner, how do you feel about the shift in this? Because y'all don't require a degree for the business that you in, and y'all play quite well. So like how do you feel about this?
See, like just for us, like you said, like ours, it could be considered a trade. Like, we have a lot of people that are in the medical field, ex-CNAs, nurses, things like that, who may not even do that anymore, but they come in our field. We have an individual at a group home now, and she's in a wheelchair, full quadriplegic. So I would like to place CNAs or somebody with that medical background that really can take care of her. And, you know, when it comes to wiping ass or, you know, doing something that most people just don't want to do, you know what I mean? Like to somebody with that background, it's just every day. I don't, you're not looking at it like that. It's just like, she needs this done. Let me get it done. So like, it's definitely more of a trade people that we're hiring, you know what I mean? Yeah. People coming out with a business degree that wants to work in my office. I'm really not paying you that much as compared to the person that's actually physically
doing the physical labor.
You know, giving this service. So it's I mean, it's not even close to what I'll pay for that as far as a person trying to come in out of college working in my office. It's not even close.
Yeah. And Kendall, you another thing you want to talk about was people with Alzheimer's.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna get that lost on that. You can introduce the top. My bad, bro.
Yeah. So yeah, there was a basically this talking about a link between racial discrimination in the midlife, which could be linked to Alzheimer's in the future. This is actually an article that was documented by the Mirror. So in previous, episodes, we've talked, my yoga loving ass. I pretty much talked about the importance of like stress management, not reacting to everything that triggers you, meditation, things of that nature. And that's kind of what, like, when I come across studies like this, that's kind of why, I think it's so important. But so the Daily Mirror is kind of like USA Today is here in America for Britain or the UK, whatever you want to call it. But the scientists stress that there have been only an established link that cannot definitively say that one causes the other. So this is pretty much why they're trying to kind of come up with different reasons for why Alzheimer's happens and what's the link between it. The team from Wake Forest University School of Medicine and the University of Georgia used about 17 years of data from about 255 Black Americans for the study, which was published in Alzheimer's and Dementia, the Journal for Alzheimer's Association. And since African Americans tend to have higher risk of dementia compared to any other ethnicity in America, researchers analyzed, that's why they wanted to focus so much on the African Americans, where they analyzed biomarkers associated with Alzheimer's disease and related dementias to understand the factors that contribute to the disproportionate risk. To measure racial discrimination, the team surveyed individuals about discriminatory events that they experienced, such as disrespectful treatment by store owners, to salespeople or police officers being, called racial slurs, just different aspects of racial related issues, and not being expected to do well, like, for example, because they're Black Americans, not expected to do well in school, things of that nature. Mm-hmm. Dr. Ronald Simmons, the professor of sociology at the University of Georgia, said, "We found no correlations between racial discrimination and increased levels of serum biomarkers in 2008 at Wave 5. When participants were a mean age of 46 years. However, 11 years later, when the study participants were roughly 57 years old, we found that increased discrimination during middle age significantly correlated with higher levels of both PTA, it's called p-tau 181, which is like the level that they correlate. Dr. Michelle Melky, who's professor of etymology at Wake Forest, added that the findings provide evidence that the chronic stress of racial discrimination often encountered by Black Americans in midlife become biologically embedded and contribute to Alzheimer's disease pathology and the neurodegeneration later in life. So basically just talking about how it degenerates the neural system over time. The nervous system. This research can help inform policies and interventions to reduce racial disparities and also reduce dementia risk. Man, I just think this is super interesting just to kind of see how the brain activity that happens and how they studied it for over 17 years. And I would just be interested to just kind of see how they go further in this research, because this stuff can be groundbreaking, you know what I'm saying? And different ways that, African Americans are going to have to implement, you know what I'm saying? Because these types of things might be linked for real. And I think it does, you know what I'm saying? Because this is kind of what I've been talking about for a number of years, not necessarily from an Alzheimer's perspective, but just from a ancestral perspective and carrying the weight of what we have dealt with over time and thinking that doesn't carry over, like how, demonstrative diseases that we deal with from heart disease on down the line, where it might not necessarily be something that carries just because of, but it might be because of the way you diet. Same thing with the way that we think or the way that we look at things. It might have something that attributes to what they're dealing with this Black suffering based on dementia from a racial standpoint.
Yeah, and I think the research is dope as well. I'm definitely gonna have to look further into it, but we definitely know that stress is a huge killer, and like being a Black American is hard. like, and the reason I say it's hard, I'm not taking the victim mentality, the victim road on this, so I don't want y'all to misunderstand where I'm coming from or my sentiment. But the reason I say it's hard is because we as a community, we have a lot to figure out. And it's because of all the things that happened into the past leading up until now. And so just to stress on that, or just walking into a building, it might not even be the assumption, it might not even be the correct thought, but just walking in the building and the way somebody treats you, you almost gonna always attribute, it's because I'm Black. Like, you know what I mean? And it might not even be the truth in that situation, but 9 times out of 10, it feels that way. You know what I mean? Yep. And that's something that we have to think about, because racism is such an overarching thing in society. That's something that that's constantly on our mind, and like I said, it initially weighs you down. And I think this is why it's important to get to some semblance of success and community building around us, so you don't have those stress and don't have those things to worry about.
Yep.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Like all of us, like I said, all of us is products of Milwaukee. We can speak to it. Kendall, you in Atlanta. Like, every time I come to Atlanta, I don't think it's no other place like that. The way I get treated in the airport, the way I get treated in the mall, I've never been treated like that on a large scale throughout society. Yeah. Like, everybody acts like it's you family down there whenever you walk into a place. You know what I mean? Trey, you in Nebraska. Ever since you've been there, you've been ingratiated into a community. It's a very diverse community, but you've been ingratiated in a community where you don't have certain levels of stress to worry about. You know what I mean? So
absolutely.
Yeah. So like it's just a different feeling. You know what I'm saying? No matter what position you're in life, you just got to be in the best community, or build a community around you where you don't have to deal with this type of stuff, because you see how it affects you, as Kendall just pointed out. Because
unfortunately, you have to, because of how racist America is. Like, there's a reason why people come to a place like Atlanta and they be like, man, it's just something about this place where I feel like it's like I don't have, like, I'm just like, I can breathe. Like, I've heard people tell me stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And I know exactly what they're talking about. It's just because the place is Black. Like, there's no, you walk, you as soon as you hit the airport, you see Martin Luther King related things. You see Black history. You see Black monuments. You see Black art. Like, this is a Black place. You know what I'm saying? Like, the mayor's Black. Like, it's not just for show. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go deeper into the city, like, it's still Black, like, that's, they're gentrifying, but again, there's still a level of Blackness here, and people understand and they feel that, you know what I'm saying? So that's the importance of mind state and stability. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to control what's around you mentally. Otherwise, you'll wreck yourself. You know what I'm saying? You'll spiral. Like, that's just the reality of the situation. And it's just, it's not just Atlanta. I'm not saying this is the only place, but I'm just saying, I'm talking about Black representation. Yeah. It's not going to be many places in America that you have that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just not the case in this country because of how it really is. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it's so important for mental stability, therapy, meditation, any of those things that you can do to try to pull away from those types of things. Because yes, working out does help, because you think better, you think differently. You know what I'm saying? Even you eat better too sometimes when you work out on a consistent basis. Yeah. But working out is still different from mental stability in terms of giving your brain a break. You know what I'm saying? And that's where meditation and or prayer, whatever. I still think meditation is a little bit deeper with it. You know what I'm saying? Not saying over prayer, but just prayer is usually just what conversation that you have with God. Meditation is more so kind of releasing things from your mental self. You know what I'm saying? That's the good thing about it. You know what I'm saying? And still honing in on who you are. So Definitely important, man.
Yeah, and outside of your environment as well, because I know we speak to that about Atlanta, because there's a lot of black representation in other places, but a lot of time it's negative, and even in the predominantly black places, you can still feel that same level of stress, and that. But the difference that sets Atlanta apart to me is just like it's positive, like it's like I said, anywhere you go in a professional environment, there typically people are going to treat you with some form of respect, and like I said, it's almost like family. But Kendall broke it down pretty well from what I mean. But also, like I said, pertaining to your environment, no matter where you are, you have to get around people who are like-minded or who want better for themselves to kind of elevate you and release that stress around you. Because if you're around a bunch of negative people in general, or your community is negative, it's going to bog you down. So you have to get in these healthier environments for sure. And I think we've all done that to some extent. No matter where I'm in Austin, you in Atlanta, and Trey, you in Nebraska. So it's, you know what I mean? It's I think we've all done well at cultivating these communities and these environments that I'm speaking of.
No, I absolutely agree. Like here, man, you just, I mean, you will run into some racism every now and then, but it's just not something I've had to deal with, just on a regular day basis here. It's very random when it comes to who you meet. Like I even during COVID and stuff, I had a lot of, white Americans, older white women. I've had older white men like just walk up to me leaving out the store. Hey, just so you know, your life do matter to me. Like seriously.
Yeah.
And I mean like numerous of people where it was the weirdest thing ever to me, because I don't come from a place where that's happening, and I haven't lived places where that actually happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I ain't gonna lie, and just to quantify your statement, what you're saying, every time I come visit you, man, people are ultra polite there. I love Lincoln is probably one of my favorite places for people to be. Now, I ain't gonna shit on your home, your time, but it ain't a lot to do. It ain't nothing to do there, but it's
very peaceful. Though.
Very peaceful.
Like it's
100%,
very peaceful.
100%.
If you want to come make some money and really be somewhere where you can stay locked in and be disciplined and really get to it, it's the perfect place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's very peaceful, but it ain't nothing to do here.
Yeah, no,
absolutely.
Yeah, you're gonna get that money. You're gonna have to travel, but it's the people.
I vacation 9 times 1 year.
Yeah, y'all community there, man. I love it. Like it's like I said, it's super diverse, and the people there are really nice, man. I ain't have too many bad experiences traveling through there or even coming to visit you. You know what I mean, or whatnot. So like I said, I love.
No, absolutely.
But last thing I want to touch on was kind of, let's do our little TV updates. X-Men 97 still rolling, still steam rolling right through. Phenomenal storytelling, phenomenal writing, phenomenal voice acting. I can't praise this series more, man. Like Disney got one.
Hey, I'm being honest with you. I can't remember if I have, but this the first thing. And Kendall, you haven't really checked it out yet. This the first show I've seen.
Send me a login.
No, I got you. Please send me the reminder. Absolutely. But no, this like the first show where it's so good that like it takes me back to like 6th, 7th grade Saturday morning cartoons when I watch it. And it really takes me back. Like it brings that inner kid out of me when I watch it. I'm being serious. Like I'm that excited weekly to watch it because the storytelling is phenomenal. The updated graphics. And they on their X-Men shit, man. They really are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like I said, I can't praise the series more. And if you look at them, like Rotten Tomatoes had kind of lost they edge to me for a while, but like they spot on with this, fam. Like the audience agrees and the critics agree that this is a phenomenal series. So if y'all ain't doing it, if y'all haven't checked it out, man, do yourself a favor and check it out. And to be honest with you, you really don't have to do too much backlogging. Like if y'all didn't grow up in the 90s and you didn't watch the original series, just watch a refresh. Find you a good YouTube refresher that kind of like hits all the key narrative points and watch that, and then continue to watch it because it's phenomenal. I love it.
And if you're trying to understand Wolverine psyche, just watch some old Yosemite Sam cartoons.
Hey, he's not even out of control yet.
No, for real?
Oh, wow.
No. Hey, not at all. This is the tamest version of Wolverine. Like he ain't nowhere near what he was in the original series. Yeah.
Wolverine been doing yoga, huh?
Yeah, he must have, because he ain't that angry yet.
But like Kendall, with each episode, they kind of highlight a different X-Men where you really see them get off. You know what I mean? And they and like even like Jubilee had her own, and nobody ever cared about her. But she's super powerful. You know what I'm saying? Like it kind of shows like different people.
Okay.
Like the most recent one, it was more so they highlighted Gambit. You know
So it's
what I
basically
mean?
like y'all said, like how it was in the big, with the old series, kind of because that's kind of do it. Used to highlight a specific character, give them a couple episodes, and then move to the next one.
So that's what they doing, but it's different from the original series though. Like the last episode, Gambit was insane. You know what I'm saying? So like in the first episode, they really gave you a lot of Cyclops and Storm. You could kind of see them really get off. You know what I mean? So it's super dope though. Like you gonna love it. You absolutely gonna love it.
Yeah, well, yeah, and like I said, they do a good job from the original series pushing the narrative forward. Because like I said, we never cared about Jubilee. Jubilee was always the annoying sidekick character and always needed saving. And this one, it's like, nah, we gonna show y'all what she's actually capable of. You know what I mean? And we gonna push her narrative forward. Some stuff that she didn't even realize she was capable of. So that's to give you an idea. It's fire, bro. And then like just the voice acting and narratives, like the last episode, like the chemistry between Rogue and Magneto and Gambit, just insane, man. Like I can't believe I'm watching a cartoon. That's how good the voice act. Like you know normally when you're watching a cartoon, it's like okay, they're going through the motions, but like when you watch a live action series, you can feel the connection between the characters, like whether it's a romantic moment or whatever. I've never felt that in cartoon form until this series.
No, absolutely, I agree.
Well,
you know me, I'm still gonna go Batman the animated series.
Oh, you know what? Now that you said that, Kendall, thank you, because you are correct. Batman animated series has some of that.
Bro, but again, we're not, because again, it was really Batman animated series and X-Men at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Where those two animated shows, that was the reason why they were so good. Like, bro, I could never really get my older sister to watch anything with me. Like especially, because I was a kid, so my sister was 7 years older than me, so she really ain't trying to sit and watch no cartoons like that. But I tell you this, whenever Batman animated series came on, she would sit down.
She was tuned in.
One time she turned and looked at me, she said, "This is serious."
The messed around and got into it.
Like that and X-Men, they was real similar, man. Like, the content, like, man, these characters, nigga, like,
hey, Kendall, I'm sending you the login today. Like seriously, it's that good though. I'm not even lying to you. Like that shit made me. When I tuned into the first episode, I really went into like my inner kid came out, and I was like, oh shit! Like
I heard they still got that theme music.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Oh yeah, and they did. And I don't know if you remember in the later series they altered it. They had like a guitar player playing it. They went back to the original. They kind of tweaked it a little bit to make it more modern, but just it's slightly though. It's spot on from the original series. Yeah, man, niggas ain't trying to hear all that new shit. No. Get right back to what it is.
Man, listen, it's just dope. And the story arc is Magneto. He the leader of the X-Men. You know what I mean? And so like even hearing him talk about like Storm, like his respect, like it's a more calmer version of him, but it's phenomenal though.
So is this still Magneto? Is this Magneto when he was still cool with Xavier at this time or something?
No, this is after all that. This is after all the events that happened with Xavier in the last series. They just put.
Oh, got you. Okay, so they said, got you.
Like we knew that from the original series that Charles and Magneto had a huge amount of respect for each other, and in the last series, Professor X was quote unquote assassinated. So his last will and testament was to leave Magneto in charge of the X-Men, and then it kind of goes from there. So well, check it out. It's fire though. I'm telling you, every emotional story beat, everything is fire, man. You're gonna enjoy it.
Yeah, it really gives you like how Magneto really cared about the mutants. Like he really was on that. It's just in the original one, he was like in villain mode. You know what I'm saying?
But even back then, he cared about him. He just didn't like Xavier's way. Him doing shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Bro, and that was the whole Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? Like Malcolm X was just more. We gonna fight. You know what I'm saying? And, Professor X, which his character was loosely based off Martin Luther King, which was more peaceful, but he has like it's just dope to watch the character, man. Like because he has an issue, he teeters that line where he just be like, man, I'm trying to do this for Professor X, for Xavier. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all gonna make me go back to him. Like, it's dope though.
Yeah,
I'm trying not to give you no spoilers, but it's fire.
And our last Disney, they got. I don't know what's going on over there, man. It's really not Disney, but it's Hulu with this Shogun, man. The last episode, I did not see the last episode yet, so don't spoil it for me. I'm one episode behind. The last episode I saw was where Torinaga's sons met his untimely demise. I like sorry for the spoilers, listeners. It ain't that big a deal. But yeah, that was where I left off. I thought, I don't know, man. Like I thought, what did you think about that episode? We'll start there because are you caught up on the latest one?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna rewatch because I watch it in real time. So
okay.
I watched it earlier this week, so I'm actually gonna watch it again before the new one come out.
Okay. Did they do it? Did they push the narrative for it at all in the last episode or no?
A little bit. Okay. They did a little. Yeah. Because I don't want to give you too much, but
okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out after this episode. But they still cooking. Like I said, I didn't think it was going. I thought this was gonna be one of them ones that fizzled out. We've had a lot of shows come and go, but Shogun is still there. Shogun still. It's
really, really good, man. Yeah. Like the way it's shot, like everything. It's a beautiful show to even just watch. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, but the acting is phenomenal. Mm-hmm. The storyline is phenomenal. Like it's a must watch. Yeah. It's a must watch.
Oh, okay, bet. Kendall had to go, but we about to wrap up anyway. But but yeah, go do yourself a favor and go watch Shogun. It's heavily subtitled. I never in a million years thought I would watch a 90% subtitle show. But it's really good, man. So do yourself a favor if y'all ain't caught up yet, because we gonna spoil it for y'all. As soon as I catch up on this next episode, when we go live the next time, I'm spoiling it for y'all. So. But anyway,
phenomenal show.
Yeah, phenomenal show. Trey, you got anything else to add before we get up out of here, brother?
No, sir. Go Bucks.
No church announcements.
Playoffs about to start, so
yeah, I'm gonna be locked in.
You know what time it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna be locked in. I love it. This is my favorite time of year. So, but listen, man, we appreciate each and every one of y'all for tuning in and listening. Be on the lookout for more stuff that we got in the future. I'm starting to turn up production, so just be on the lookout, man. I'm dropping stuff like hotcakes on YouTube, cuz. So, yeah. But on that note, please like, comment, and subscribe. Go on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcast. We everywhere. We are syndicated, brother. So go wherever you want to, and brothers and sisters, and like I said, download, rate us, and like I said, if y'all ever want to tap in. If y'all got my number, if y'all hear us live and we talking about something y'all want to tap in on, like I said, don't feel free to call me, so y'all can tap in. But on that note, we'll see y'all next week with another episode of Unlabeled Podcast. Peace.